what is up guys, Stu here. So we're back with some film festival thoughts, and you know how before in my Beautiful Boy review, and then in my Roma review, and then in my Suspiria review, and then I mentioned how the best of the year race was starting to heat up a little bit? Well, it just ruddy set aflame. Because I saw Burning. And there we have it, the best pun I've ever made on the channel. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a joy, it's been a privilege. I'd like to thank my family. I'd like to thank everyone that's ever been there. But no, Burning is a new film from Lee Chang-dong, a South Korean filmmaker. And I have to confess, I've not seen any of his previous work prior to this. So consider this my Lee Chang-dong enlightening. My Lee Chang-dong-ining, if you will. Actually, we won't. I don't think we will. But I didn't really know a huge amount about this film other than people saying, hey, it's good, you should check it out. I steered clear of any footage or looking at any of the plot points of the film. I went into it totally blind on that front, and it was all the better for that. So in the interest of keeping the element of surprise for you guys, I want you guys to go in as blind as me. I'm going to try and keep this as spoiler-free as I can. Basically, it's about a dude that bumps into someone he knew from school, and they rekindle their friendship, and then we follow that. It's a tough sell without going into spoilers. Oh, a story about a person meeting someone else. Get me a front row ticket to that one, please, Mr. Ticketman.
Get me a front row ticket to that one, please. Mr. Ticketman was filmed in front of a live audience.
Trust me, you'll appreciate me keeping it vague there. And also, trust me, it ends up being one of the most kind of engrossing, captivating, and mysterious films of the year. I adored Burning. So there's this central trio of characters at the heart of Burning, which we follow through the entire runtime, and they're all inhabited wonderfully by the respective actors and actresses. Our protagonist in the film is played by an actor who, again, I've not seen any of his previous work, but he's played by Ain Yu. Apologies for the name butchering, let's move swiftly through it. As far as protagonists go, you need someone that we can immediately empathize with and connect with, and that can sell the whole kind of what the fuck is going on about the plot of this film, and I think he absolutely nails that side of things. But jong-so, I'm trying here, guys, who plays a girl he ends up rekindling a relationship with in the film, is fantastic as well. But then the real highlight of the film, for me, at least, was Steven Yeun, who comes in as this kind of outsider role in the film. I won't go into too many specifics. But Steven Yeun, man, not long ago I sat here saying that he was one of my favourite parts about Sorry to Bother You, and here he is again, not even a couple of weeks later, being one of the favourite parts about another film in 2018. The dude's just fucking smashing it at the moment. Looking back on the year, he's been the one actor that keeps standing out to me that I'm like, yeah, I'm just so fucking happy that I'm seeing him pop up in all these films. And here he gives arguably his best performance. He just seems so at home with this role and so natural in everything he does in every scene, which complements everything about what the other actors in the screenplay and the direction is doing perfectly. And ultimately, the three of those actors together just end up creating such believable and captivating characters on screen. You just want and have this urge to learn more about them, which is absolutely vital to the way that this film's story ends up panning out. Because I really, truthfully had no idea where this film was going. But don't get me wrong, that doesn't make it feel aimless at all at any point. In fact, one of the strongest things about this film is that everything in every frame at every point of this film has a purpose, which speaks to Chang-dong's genius as a director here. It's just so many tightly woven layers of character and narrative. It all works perfectly. And I love the fine line it walks between keeping the mystery and intrigue there, but also not answering enough questions. And that's something that I think is quite subjective to different viewers. Obviously, there's going to be people that are like, no, I need to know everything. I don't like this kind of open to interpretation aspect of films, and that's absolutely fine. But if you're someone like me that finds intrigue in what is and isn't given to us at different points in a film, you're probably going to love it. I think the ending of this film as well, when you start to understand where it's going, where it ends up going eventually in the final act, might prove to be as well unsatisfying to some people, might be where we start to get some divisive opinions. I personally think it was a perfectly executed ending. It's told its story, it doesn't need to carry on. It's definitely one of those films which kind of only gets better as you start to reflect on it and savor it after seeing it. You start to look at it as a grander picture and start to think through it all, and there's bits that were dropped in the beginning of the film which didn't seem like they meant anything, but in the context of the end of the film, you're like, oh, okay, that's starting to make a little bit more sense now. It's one of those films you just want to tear apart and understand every little thing about it. Because the themes it taps into and explores in the film, absolutely fascinating. I mean, again, this is a kind of subjective thing. I guess it comes down to how much this sort of thing intrigues you. It just so happens that I'm incredibly interested by this sort of thing, but I love the way it looks at kind of reality versus non-reality. You know, what might be real and what might not be real, and different people's interpretations of things oils up the old mind machine. Immediately don't know why I just said that. We'll go with it anyway. There's things that happen in a film, there's things that are suggested that happen in a film, which leads to this whole idea of well, did that actually happen? Am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? Are the characters seeing what they think they're seeing? I just find all of that so interesting. And Chang-dong plays with that really well, knowing exactly what to show and hide at certain points through the film. I think it kind of does it to perfection. And on top of all the thematics and all the stuff this film's dealing with in terms of its characters and story, technically it is an astonishing film as well. It's a gorgeously shot film. Many moments through the film and I was like, oh my god, I want that on my wall. That is a lovely shot. One moment in particular, these characters are sharing a joint and just sort of admiring the nature and scenery, and the camera's left to just flow around and absorb it all. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. God damn it, it's gorgeous. So yeah, technically it pleased my eyeballs. Thematically it pleased my mind. Overall, just a really fucking great film. Arguably one of the best films of 2018. Maybe the best. I'd definitely have to see it again to confirm that, but honestly, I can't think of anything I didn't like about Burning. I thought it was an exquisite piece of cinema. Chang-dong, I'm gonna have to go and watch all of Chang-dong's films now, because if they're anything like Burning, oh man, I'm gonna have a good evening ahead of me. But what about you guys? Have you seen Burning yet? I believe it just came out this weekend over in the States. So if you've managed to check it out, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. If you did see it at the festival as well, let me know if you're excited about it. Also, let me know that. Whatever your thoughts, let's have a little discussion down below. Also, if you like this video and you do want to see me talk about more shit, please consider clicking subscribe. It really helps me out, but also means you won't miss any future reviews from this weird noggin. Bonus plug as well, if you haven't already, check out the StuTalks podcast. In the last episode, we did talk a little bit more in depth about Burning, so if you want to hear some more in-depth thoughts on that, the links for that in the description down below, as well as some other reviews I've been doing from the festival. I'm off to go save some money up and book the next flight out to South Korea to find wherever they shot this film, go look at the sunsets that the characters got to see in this film, because god damn it, it's gorgeous. But until next time, stay beautiful, mother truckers.